What's your name and where are you from?
Mike Veasey, New York City. Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island, New York. All right, Mike Veasey. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero has always been Batman. I can give you the obvious answer because Batman is a self-made man. He trained himself. He doesn't have superpowers. But the other answer is I watched it as a kid. It was the first TV show I watched as a kid, and I loved it. It was just the adventure, the color, the gadgets, the cars. That's really why. My second favorite is Green Lantern, because to me, Green Lantern was always a combination of Batman and Star Trek. You know, it had the space adventure plus the real guy becoming a superhero.
Love it. Great answer. What is one quirky thing that you can do? Can you beatbox or something funny with your face or any impressions or sounds, anything?
You know what? I don't have any. I can ride a unicycle, but I can't do that at the moment.
That's cool.
I have a weird habit of whenever I quote somebody else, I sound nothing like them. Like, you know, my wife is a normal woman from Brooklyn, New York, but when I quote her, I always throw on this horrible British accent, like, oh, really? I had no idea. So that's a little quirky thing that I do, and I've never told anybody that except obviously my wife. But yeah.
I love it. I can't wait to meet her. All right. What is one superhero power that you want?
I think about this a lot, and it always comes down to flight. I just can't think of anything more cool than being able to fly. You know, better than X-ray vision, better than invisibility. I just think if you can fly, you can do anything.
I love it. What is your superhero power now?
What is my superhero power now? I think I like to think of myself as a collaborator. In my job, I'm very good at dealing with the creators and what they want and translating that to the engineers who have to do like the mechanical work and bridging the gaps of what can be done and when it can be done and translating the tech speak between the two languages. So what would that be? A collaboration or a translation?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. All right. Who would win in a fight? One word. DC or Marvel?
DC.
Okay. Any real life superheroes that you know besides your parents?
Any real life superheroes that I know besides my friend Carissa. She's an emergency. She's a nurse. No, she's not an emergency room nurse. She's a special needs nurse. Like, she was my mother's nurse when my mother had a stroke, and she's now been thrust onto the front lines doing whatever. You know, I know it's an obvious answer here in the crisis, but she's someone I was just texting with today, so that's why she probably came to mind.
That's great. Okay, what is your passion?
I would say performing.
Great.
I'm not famous, and I'm not even that good at it. I'm certainly not getting paid for it. But I do stand-up comedy. I've done it on and off for over 20 years. I just keep wandering back to it because you can go into a room, get a microphone, and be on stage. You don't got to wait for somebody to grant you a part. I do a lot of improv also because I like getting up and performing. If you're going to be an actor and just knock on doors and wait to be discovered and wait to be given a script and told where to go, maybe it'll happen on day one, maybe it'll never happen. But as a comic or an improviser, you can get up.
Love it. Okay, fly or teleport?
I'm going to go with flight.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
Working from home for 6 weeks, I can definitely tell you I'm an extrovert.
Would you rather choose Wolverine or Cyclops?
Tough one. I'd have to go with Wolverine because they've made Cyclops less fun in recent years. So I'll go with Wolverine.
Sweet or salty?
Probably sweet.
Batman or Iron Man?
Batman.
YouTube or Netflix?
YouTube.
Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
Wonder Woman. Super
strength or super smart?
Super strength.
Favorite illustrator and favorite writer in the comic world?
My favorite writer right now is Robert Kirkman, who did he's famous for Walking Dead, which is a comic book, but he has a great superhero series called Invincible that he just wrapped up a couple of years ago that I was a big fan of. And I'm not recalling the name of his artist, which is awful. It's because I love the art. But another artist I will say I like very much is Bruce Timm, who is the co-creator of the Batman animated series, that whole universe. I love his style. It's just enough cartoony to be fun, but still serious superhero stories.
Love it. That's everything. You have any final words about superheroes that you want to say?
What I love about superheroes is the adventure and the messages, you know, to do the right thing. Just always choose to do the right thing. The golden rule is really what I think is the core of every superhero. And I think it's an important message for us all to remember, not just kids. So
I love it. Thanks so much, Mike from Staten Island, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Nate. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, my pleasure.